Hi guys, it's Kayla and welcome back to Love Tangle, Naoki's story. We left off last time just entering Carlo's room where he was going to make us some dinner, and his room is very fancy. Carlo's room is well decorated and exciting to be in. I'm so happy I'm getting the opportunity to be served by a famous chef. It's an honor. I say this to Carlo when he brings in the food, excited as I am.
Well, I hope I can live up to your expectations.
With a small smile, Carlo lays out the appetizers. They're so pretty.
They always taste good too. Itadakimasu.
Naoki puts his hands together and gives a light nod. So that's what they do in Cube City, huh? Let me give it a try. Itadakimasu, Carlo. I copy Naoki and nod as well. Carlo sits down in his chair as well, and the three of us talk as we eat.
So, Kayla, you're not worried about life here?
Well, it's just my first day, and there's a lot I don't understand. But there's so many nice people here that I think I can get by.
Good to hear. Well, if anything happens, don't hesitate to talk to me. I'll help however I can. Mr. C's told us to help each other out too. Hasn't he? Yeah, he has.
Naoki gives me a nice look with a nod. Thanks, you two. I nod with a big smile.
Well, that aside, you don't seem to be eating much, not your kind of food?
Carlo asks, looking worried. No, not that, but I wonder why. I'd usually be eating a lot more, but maybe I was way more nervous about my first day at work than I thought. And it's really good too. Really, I want to eat my feelings away.
You don't need to push yourself, Kayla. How about I cook you up something later? I'll be sure to put just as much effort into the cooking as I have today.
I give those words a big nod and let the matter rest there.
Kayla, your face is still pale.
Huh? Is it? True, I don't feel my best.
Yeah, you really do look a little pale. You should probably turn in for the night. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sorry to dip out of your dinner so soon.
Don't worry about it. We can eat together later, so you should just rest for now.
At their urging, I finish up my meal and head back to my room. I slip into bed the moment I get into my room. Yeah, I feel a little sluggish. I should really probably sleep. I've got to give tomorrow my best. As I think that, however, my consciousness slips off into dreamland. The next morning, though I wake up on time, it's a lot harder than it was yesterday, and I don't feel my best. But that's no reason not to get out of bed. I force my sluggish body up, get ready, and head towards the cafe.
Good morning, Kayla.
Josh greets me with a dashing smile the moment I enter the cafe, and I can't help but smile back at him. Good morning, Josh. I'll just have coffee today.
Sure thing.
I sit at the counter only to find Naoki sitting beside me. Good morning, Naoki.
Good morning. Kayla, are you alright?
Huh?
You're looking a lot paler than you were yesterday.
Naoki pointing that out jolts me to my senses. He could tell? And so quickly?
You really shouldn't push yourself.
As Naoki asks me worried, I smile back at him. I'm fine. I mean, this is my second day on the job. I can pull off another day. Without thinking the issue through, my need to not make him worry has my mouth immediately start moving.
Alright, just don't push yourself, alright?
He peers at me, apparently unable to give up on his worry. Well, I'll be off. I drink down all the coffee Josh prepared me and head out of the cafe. Though I've made it into the institute, I can't hide how awful I feel. Just what is the matter with me? I take a number of deep breaths, but my condition fails to improve.
Michelle!
Hearing my name called from behind me all of a sudden, I snap back to my senses. Timo?
How many times do you want me to call your name, Michelle?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice. When I lower my head in apology, Timo takes my hand.
Your face is pale. You're not sick, are you? Wait, alright, just sit down over there.
Timo makes me sit down in a nearby chair, takes out a cell phone and calls someone. I wonder who he's calling. Though curious, I can't hear most of what Timo's saying. I feel kinda heavy. What's going on with me?
Michelle, I called your apartment. You're taking the day off today.
Huh? Why?
You got to be at your limit just standing. What makes you think you can work like that?
I can tell how worried Timo is. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about apologies for now. Just rest until they come to pick you up.
Alright. After a while, Carlo shows up.
Kayla, are you alright?
Carlo dashes up the second he lays eyes on me.
She isn't alright at all. Hurry up and take her home. Yeah, I'll take care of the rest. Come on, Kayla, let's go.
Ah! Carlo suddenly picks me up from my prone position.
Thank you for the call. Come on, Kayla, let's head home.
Seeing the soft smile Carlo greets me with, I find myself gasping a little. Carlo is as close to me as he can be, and I catch a whiff of citrus on him. Carlo smells good. In my relief, my eyelids immediately grow heavy. I completely leave myself up to Carlo, having no idea that Timo is sighing behind my back.
Good grief, we'll make sure you rest.
Carlo puts me in the passenger seat and drives off.
I'll try to drive as gently as I can, but let me know if you feel bad, alright?
Carlo says to me nicely, patting me on the head. Alright, thank you, Carlo. Feeling so relieved at Carlo's soft, warm palm, I fall asleep. I can hear someone's gentle voice far away. This scent, is that Carlo?
We're here, Kayla.
Since I'd been sleeping so deeply, I find myself surprised at having returned to the apartment. Carlo drove really gently, too. I slept really well. Thank you so much, Carlo. I really appreciate it. I have to be a lot sicker than I thought. I realize at the moment I wake up.
I'll walk you to your room.
Carlo lends me his shoulder. Can you take me to the cafe first?
Sure thing.
I can't think straight. I need some water at the cafe. Thinking that, I head for the cafe with Carlo supporting me along the way.
Don't push yourself too much, Kayla.
Carlo inches closer to me, looking worried. His strong, warm arms hold me up secure. When I get into the cafe, Naoki and Josh's surprised faces fly into my vision.
Kayla, what's wrong?
Josh runs up to me from behind the counter. I just wanted some water. Can I have some?
Of course, but your face, it's completely pale.
It's at this moment that my vision goes black. Sounds like everyone's clattering. I'm fine, really.
Kayla, are you alright? She's lost consciousness.
Everyone's worried about me. I've got to get up and tell them I'm alright. My body, however, will not move. My mind, too, grows more and more dull.
We've got to call a doctor. I'll carry her.
Right when I hear that, I feel myself being picked up by someone. Carlo. Wait, no, Naoki. Who's carrying me? I don't know who it is, but all I can do is leave my body up to him. I'm being taken care of again, and when I think that, my consciousness takes another trip. The first thing to enter my vision is an unfamiliar sight. Is this my room ceiling? Where am I? I look around the area to see that I'm in Carlo's room. Wait, does that mean I'm in Carlo's bed? I'm sorry. Seeing Carlo in front of me, I hurriedly pull my face up. Then, noticing me, Carlo meets my eyes.
Glad to see you're awake, Kayla. Sorry, but could you wait a bit until I'm done on the phone?
Carlo smiles at me, covering the input side of the phone. I hurriedly cover my mouth, and Carlo nods and goes back to his conversation. But wait, why am I in Carlo's room? Carlo drove me back to the apartment, then I went to the cafe to get some water, and that's where I collapsed. So someone had to have carried me here. Who carried me? Though that question floats up in my mind, I decide to wait for Carlo's conversation to end.
Oh, nah, it's nothing like that. No, I really appreciate the attention.
It sounds like someone's asking Carlo out over the phone, but he's gently turning her down. Sounds like he's talking to a woman. I'm a little curious at what their connection is, but it isn't nice to eavesdrop. I look around for something to distract myself with. On the night table beside me lies a water pitcher, an ice pack, and even medicine. He called a doctor for me too? You know, someone did say they'll call a doctor after I collapsed. I feel a mix of gratitude and guilt building up within me. Carlo really is a nice guy. I really can't help feeling that.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thanks, and see you.
Saying that nicely, Carlo hangs up the phone. He whispers before turning to me with a smile.
Glad to see you're awake, Kayla. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel a little better. Sorry for causing all that trouble.
Trouble? No, not at all.
Carlo sits down next to me and puts his hand to my forehead.
You've still got a fever.
I've been feeling sick since yesterday, but I tilt my head. Just what's wrong with me?
Seems like that Kaleido leopard scratch really did a number on you. Doctor said you should be fine if you take your medicine and rest up, though.
Oh, I see. I had no idea that would end in me collapsing like that. I'd better be more careful when I get into contact with the Kaleido leopards. I want to get along with them, so I'd better handle them with care. Thinking that, I feel my passion for work burning again.
Looks like you're all together. Good to see.
Carlo lets out a sigh of relief and sits down in a chair next to the bed. I'm sorry. Thanks for calling a doctor for me, Carlo.
Don't worry about it. We help each other out here, yeah? I can't leave a fallen woman behind, and besides, we're in the same apartment, so let me take care of you a bit, okay?
Thanks. Carlo's gentlemanly attitude warms my heart.
You know, I think that sleep did you some good. You look a lot less pale.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Well, just take your medicine and rest for today. That's what the doctor said, too. I think Naoki will be the one to disinfect you.
Carlo's laid-back tone loosens my cheeks.
Well, you finally smiled. Great. Oh, and we got some painkillers, too, so take them when the pain's too much.
Carlo points to the night table by my bed. Got it.
Oh, and I called your workplace. Your boss wants you to focus on recovering.
Oh, wow, he just took care of everything. My eyes start to water up at Carlo's kindness.
So focus on recovering, alright?
Carlo pats my head.
Well, the most important thing you need to do to get better is eat, so lay down and wait a little bit.
I give a little nod and stare at Carlo's back as he leaves the room. Carlo brings me risotto. Naoki comes along too.
Kayla, are you alright?
Yeah, I took my medicine, so I feel a lot better.
Glad to hear it.
With that whisper, Naoki smiles.
I knew you weren't feeling well when I saw you this morning. I should have stopped you. I'm sorry.
Naoki, it's not your fault, but thank you. Naoki's considerateness warms my heart, and I can't help but smile.
Alright, here's your meal.
Carlo waits for me to finish talking to Naoki before he places his tray on the side table.
Well, Kayla, you've got to rest. You've also got to have this risotto and take your medicine. If you want, I'd gladly feed you. Which would you prefer? Eat it yourself or be fed?
He says with a chuckle, almost like he's teasing me. I'll be alright, I can feed myself.
Really? That's a bit of a letdown.
Carlo chuckles with a shrug of his shoulders, then offers up the risotto to me. Maybe I should have had him feed me, but since Naoki's here too, that would be far too embarrassing. Well, let's dig in. I decided to just eat myself.
Good night, Kayla. Sleep well.
After seeing me take my medicine, Naoki stands up and heads out of the room. Good night, Naoki. I say this to Naoki as he leaves.
You can sleep here tonight.
Huh? That's a little...
Well, I can sleep anywhere, so don't worry about me.
Wait, what? Carlo leaves me a warm smile and kisses me on the forehead.
Good night, Kayla. Sweet dreams.
Good night. Carlo's kiss feels so natural, and when he leaves, my heart starts to pound. I'll just hurry up and sleep. However, with the faint scent of Carlo's citrus scent in his bed, I have a lot of trouble getting to sleep. So that's the end of the chapter. Look forward to the next one. My, looks like we've got a sleepless beauty on our hands. Well, you've had a lot to deal with right from your first day, though it looks like you had two really cool guys tripping over themselves to help you, from my point of view at least. I'm kidding, really. Still though, there were quite a few things that surprised me.
Oh, like what, might I ask?
Well...
So what do you say? Feel like greeting the morning tomorrow with me? Be great if you were the one to wake me up.
Wait, you can't mean...
Quit teasing, Kayla. I've never heard you say you're not a morning person, Carlo. Hey, do you have to let my secret out so soon?
Remember that? Well, I'm pretty surprised Naoki would say that to Carlo, you know.
True, it was the first I'd seen something like that.
And not just that.
There's more?
Yeah. I mean, when Carlo was at the cafe, didn't he get a call from Kayla's workplace?
Oh, that's right. He dashed off to go pick up Kayla with immense speed.
I've never seen Carlo panic like that.
Well, it looks like it'll be Naoki's turn next chapter.
Oh, that sounds nice. I really want Kayla to see him at his best.
Well, I'll be waiting with good coffee.
See you in chapter 2. Naoki and Carlo meet story chapter 2. A few days after I had slept in Carlo's room, wanting to take back the time I'd slept off, all I'd been doing is thinking about are those cubs. Well, I don't feel sluggish at all anymore. Back to work from today. Now, how can I get along with those cubs? I've been looking into it at the lab. That's the only thing in my mind right now. I quickly finish getting ready and leave my room.
Good morning, Kayla. How are you doing today?
The moment I get into the cafe, Josh leans out from behind the counter and greets me. I'm feeling a lot better, thanks. I'm totally fine now.
Glad to hear it.
With a soft smile, Josh gestures me over to a special seat at the counter. I'll have a coffee and sandwich, please.
Sure, ma'am. Remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat up and do my best at work today. Then, Nolan, who has been sipping on coffee on the sofa, reading over the morning paper, turns to me and speaks up.
So, I heard you ended up taking a few days off after your first day at work. Didn't you come here wrapped in high expectations? And yet there you went, collapsing like that. Who taught you how to take care of yourself?
So rude. His words render me speechless. For a moment, I can't say anything. Nolan's right. I sigh and just take in what Nolan has to say.
Well, it couldn't be helped. An animal scratched her.
I hear a voice from behind and quickly turn around in surprise. Naoki?
So she wasn't just taking time off because she felt like it then. Huh, don't think that kind of excuse will get you far. Results are everything in this world. Be grateful that your superiors are letting this slide and take this chance to get serious.
With a wry grin, Nolan stands up. Hold on there. Nolan, you're right. Thank you for the warning.
Oh? Well, make sure to give your job your all then. Well, it's about time for work. Naoki, keep her company. Take care.
With Josh's words at his back, Nolan heads outside.
Kayla, don't worry about what Nolan said. He tends to be a little harsh.
Thanks, Naoki. I know, but I think it really was important, what he said. When I say that, Naoki nods and sits down next to me.
So then, Naoki, having your usual this morning? Yeah. Very well then. Rice porridge with dashi and rice. I'll prepare the pickled vegetables.
Josh nods happily to Naoki, and I remember to greet him. Good morning, Naoki.
Good morning, Kayla. Can I see your scratch?
Oh, sure. Naoki takes my hand and looks at where the clay leopard cub scratched me.
Good. It's looking better. It shouldn't need any more disinfecting.
With that, Naoki graces me with a gentle smile. Naoki really is a nice guy. When I think that, the cafe door flies open. What's this? Naoki, did you actually smile just now? Wait, when did you two get so close? Huh? Oh, good morning, Joy.
Good morning, Joy. What would you like?
Oh, I'll just have a salad and a coffee. But more importantly, Naoki, what's going on?
What do you mean?
Well, you just smiled, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Really now? Joy stares intently at Naoki. Naoki looks a little taken aback. Does he have trouble with Joy, maybe? You saw him too, right, Kayla? Naoki was smiling. Let's glance at him. What should I say? Naoki doesn't look like he's having a good time here. I glance at Naoki to see him looking down, seeming a little bashful. He was just looking at my scratch, right, Naoki? When I answer, Naoki lets out a little sigh of relief and reaches towards me. Huh?
I'm glad it's better.
With a smile, Naoki pats my head.
All right, everyone. Here's the breakfast you've been waiting for.
Josh calls out from the counter. Oh, Josh, I don't know whether to say your timing is perfect or horrible.
Joy, do try not to tease Naoki too much.
Joy shrugs her shoulders and shakes her head. Naoki seems utterly relieved at having outlasted Joy's attack.
Here's your breakfast first, Kayla. Please eat up and get back to that strength.
Thanks, Josh. Wow, Josh's coffee is always the best. As I go through my breakfast, I can feel my eagerness for work building. Naoki thinks it was the best choice. Okay guys, I think we're going to end it here with hopes to spend more time with Naoki this chapter. I hope you guys are ready. Thanks for watching. Bye!